bet you can't name all 5 superheroes in this cast. It's like an MCU reunion in a Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie. It's day 136 of 365. Today's movie, Real Steel. Upgrade from sparring bot to championship contender. We do these daily reviews as well as monthly deep dives and more. Level up over at patreon.com/ticketstubmovieclub. This one's directed by Shawn Levy and stars huge jacked man, Neon Genesis, Evangeline Lilly. I'm so sorry, I'll stop. And Dakota Goyo in this science fiction sports movie, meaning that it technically shares a genre with Space Jam. Again, I'm so sorry. All jokes aside, I loved this movie when it came out in 2011. I was here because of Hugh Jackman, who I had loved as Wolverine growing up. And the pitch of basically getting a Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie, listen, I was going to show up. Revisiting this in 2025, I still love this movie. It still really works for me. It reminds me of movies from the 90s and during that initial push of sports craze from that era. It's got themes from like Rocky. There's just so much to love here. And on top of that, I have an awful relationship with my own father, so a movie about resolving a relationship with a bad father is always just gonna get me right in the feels. So let's not waste any time and cut to the chase. Let's talk about the 3 things that I loved about Real Steel. The first thing that I really dug about this movie is its earnest storytelling. This is hot off the heels of Speed Racer, which we have already covered on Ticket Stub Movie Club. I love that movie, and technically it's also a sci-fi sports film. Don't shoot the messenger, I'm just telling you it's an odd genre if you Google it. I love Speed Racer, and I love Real Steel, and they're both doing something here, which is earnest storytelling. That's something that is largely lost. We've entered an era of like satire and parody and meta text, where it's hard to be earnest. When it happens, I'm almost like relieved that I get to just go along with this character's journey. Shawn Levy will actually go on to work with Ryan Reynolds twice in Free Guy and The Atom Project, which I like both of those movies as well, and you can see that this almost feels like a Ryan Reynolds vehicle. The fact that Hugh Jackman is here instead is kind of a funny meta thing at the expense of Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't really have a point around that, I just think it's interesting that it happened. When you give me a movie with very earnest storytelling, especially around a kid, which seems to be a going thing for Levy, I like that it can be taken as such. Like, I don't have to peel back any layers. The character issues are just front-facing on screen. They're talking about their feelings and the issues that they have, or if they're not talking, their silence is saying a lot. I really love an earnest story, and getting that here, getting that in Speed Racer, this like late aughts, early 2010 time was a really nice time with these little like sparkling jewels of movies. The second thing that I really dug about this movie is its depiction of the future. Now, here in 2025, it's technically not the future. This movie's set in the 2020s because it came out in 2011. Where are my fighting robots? That's what I want to know. But I like the future that this lays out. The truck that he drives around in is really cool with those like glass panels down at the bottom. There's like a solar punk feeling with the rooftop garden on top of the gym where they train the robots. I like the hologram-esque glass panes that make up the technology of like the screens and the controllers. This is non-distant future. This is like stuff that we could do if we were invested in making things better than these dumb fucking iPhones. I enjoy a movie where its future feels futuristic. Like, even watching the movie knowing that it's set in this time, it still feels futuristic. So I feel like that's an accomplishment for the set designer and what they've created in the look of this movie. And all of that's outside of the robots themselves, which are done with practical and CGI effects. That's really awesome if you ask me. It gives more weight to the whole thing. But they kept the robot technology purposely like grounded. There's springs and levers and gears involved in all this, as well as like computer fans. It gives it this like steampunk electronic feeling that I've never really seen done in anything else. It's kind of unique. It's got its own flavor. And this isn't the first time Levy's going to approach future stuff either. In Free Guy and in The Atom Project, he goes into like what other futures could look like. And so you can tell this is a guy that like looks ahead and is imagining our future. Especially with me living in Seoul right now, like, look around me. This is a futuristic looking city. And it feels like I could stumble upon a robot fighting bar somewhere in this city. God damn it, I think I just want fighting robots. The third and final thing that I love about this movie is that it's an underdog tale, and those will always get me. The influences of Rocky are very real here. Like, you can see them across the whole movie, but an underdog tale between a kid and his dad, and both of them being underdogs within their own lives. That is so touching. This is the first time that I think I've really cried at the ending of one of these movies just because of how heartfelt it is. Again, it's earnest. I love that earnestness. That's just something that I need out of my movies if you're going to get me to buy in. But what do you think? Were you a fan of Real Steel when it came out? We're going to be talking about what's your number next, and I'll see you tomorrow.